Alright, motherfuckers, I've got another angry video for you. So, continuing my blog series, which some people seem to like, I'm sure many people would prefer just wrestling, but fuck it, we're doing another one. And this one is going to be about 10 things that piss me off related to fitness, the gym, and general people here on YouTube when I go on videos to look at stuff related to working out and stuff. And I'll tell you something. If you think that wrestling fans are bad, you haven't seen anything yet. Go on any workout video or anything here on YouTube, and you're sure to see a shitstorm of fucking shitheads. In fact, I think they're even worse than wrestling fans. Wrestling fans are just laughed at, shunned to the side. I mean, because it's about a fake form of entertainment. It's like having an opinion about a movie. It doesn't really matter here nor there because even though things like movies are near and dear to my heart as wrestling and stuff, but working out, the gym, fitness, this is stuff related to the body. It's more tangible. It's a real thing. And when people act like an idiot and think well, we'll get to that in a moment. That's actually part of the list. I don't want to spoil it. So we'll start off at 10 and we'll count down. At number 10, it's supersetters. Okay, so for people not familiar what supersetting is and what a supersetter is, it is somebody who performs one exercise and then immediately after completing a set, they go right to the next exercise. Now, this is okay if they're in the same area and they're performing this with like a barbell or a dumbbell, which they've already been using. But it's a pain in the ass when it involves using a machine and it interferes with everybody else's workout. If you are working on your legs, say you're doing calf raises, the person who is first doing squats will then switch to a calf raise, and you may be wanting to get on that machine, but oh no, that person is also using that machine, and that is fucking bullshit. That is retarded as fucking hell. And it actually has been proven online. Now, this is another thing when it comes to the science. There's a lot of things called bro science, which is fake working out science where there's no proof and it's just like word of mouth or something. But there's been some genuine evidence that proves that there's no benefit to switching exercises in between. I have never done this, ever. Never ever have I even tried doing it because it just sounds stupid. When it comes to an exercise, it's all about doing reps within a set and usually doing 3 or 4. I normally do 3 sets of each exercise that I do. I don't do any more than that. And for anybody else, doing something as retarded and dumb as that, continuously, you're interfering with everybody else's work. And that's why I don't see the point of it. Why are you going to interfere with everybody else's life, pretty much? This is, inappropriate, is what it is. And thankfully, at like my dad's gym, he goes to Push Fitness. I go to New York Sports Club, but I'll get to that in a minute about these gyms. I used to belong to Push Fitness. They used to be called GFC Global Fitness Center, even though they're not that global, but I think they might be trying to become that. But anyway, this thing about the supersetting, it's been banned at his gym, and I have to say that is a great patriotic duty to mankind. Fucking ban that shit. It's dumb as hell, and when you're at the gym, you must be considerate of others. If you're gonna go out in public, you have to be considerate. Nobody does it, but that's why this world is the shit ball that it is, pretty much, because no one's considerate. Could go on all day about that. Might even get back to that in a minute. Number 9, mirror blockers. Now, this might sound like something dumb and it doesn't really matter, but to some people, including myself, it's quite important. The mirror is there at the gym not to check yourself out, hey, and take selfies and stuff. We've all done it, but the thing is, it's there to keep form and to make sure you're doing exercises properly, especially when you're doing heavy lifts and motherfuckers are just in front of the mirror. They're just not doing anything. It's like, fuck, or they just step right in front of you and start doing some standing exercise. This mostly occurs when sitting down on a bench or something like that, when you're doing like shoulder presses, or chest presses or something like that. People step in front of me will incline chest presses. You get the picture. Anything where you need to use the mirror. Especially, I like to use the mirror for that, shoulder presses and for curls. And the thing is, when someone steps in front of you, it's annoying and it breaks your concentration because you got some dumbass motherfucker standing in front of you. And it's like, you have sometimes, I don't know how many square feet it is, but of all those damn squares, why they gotta be standing in this square right in front of you? Get a fucking other square. It's got to be the most annoying thing in existence. I've never seen anything like this before. When it comes to consideration, it's almost like they don't give a fuck, and that's pretty much the real reason. They're in front of the mirror. Do they realize why you're in front of it? I mean, come on, let's use common sense, a dying art form. Common sense doesn't exist anymore. It's flown out the window like, a loose canary or some shit, just flying out there. It blows my mind sometimes. At number 8, pile of dumbbells. Now, this is a story when I used to belong to Bally's Total Fitness. Bally's was once a, luxuriant place to be, but then they dropped the fucking price, and then it all went to shit, basically. And last time I was at, I stayed at Bally's for a good year. It was at Bally's for a year. And the way how I see it, I don't really give a fuck if it's a nice place, if it's clean, if they got weights, it's a done deal. That's pretty much how I look at it. I'm not there to, admire the beauty of the gym. What a nice gym. That's a plus, I guess, but, you're there to work out. If they have what you need, why the fuck does it matter? And, you could, if you could afford it, if you have disposable income to go for a higher class gym, then go for it. If you got the money, but if you don't, don't act like Rockefeller or, Donald Trump, like you're too good for the gym. If they have what you need there, then that's it. It's like going to a grocery store. You shop at Walmart because it's cheap. You're too good for Walmart, so you got to go to Whole Foods and you'll buy the same can of beans because it's at Whole Foods, and you don't want to lower yourself to shopping at the commoner store. You'll see what I mean with these comparisons. But anyway, back to the story. The pile of dumbbells. So I noticed a couple of Mamalukes at the gym there. I think they were doing chest presses, whatever the fuck they were doing with the dumbbells. It's very common. Don't get me wrong, to up the weight as you go. But that's another annoying thing. You increase, by 5 pounds, keep going. Start off with 25, go to 30, 35. Some people do this. That's another thing where I think sometimes, unless you're really bodybuilding hardcore and you're looking for, that all that detail and all that, but that just takes too much time. And you might criticize me for that, but that's just my opinion on it. But once again, I think it's imperative that people work out, sensibly, where you're not just acting like you own the whole fucking gym. So there's a whole pile, and I'm talking about a pile. When I say a pile, I'm not talking about 3 sets of dumbbells. I'm talking about 8 or 9 fucking sets, not individual, but you need 2 obviously. So there's like 9 sets of dumbbells. I'm talking about like, 25 all the way up to 70, 75, whatever. I don't know, don't try that math at home, but whatever. So out of the whole pile of weights, they're off there talking. I go over and, just take a set of dumbbells, wherever it may be. And hey, bro, I'm using that. And I'm like, well, there's so many of them. I don't know which ones you're using. And basically what I said, what a fucking clusterfuck. What dumbassery. Using all of that. Now the thing is he gonna go back and use all of those? The fuck? You can't take everything off the rack. I mean, this is just outrageous. It's just fucking mind-numbing. And it was pissing a bunch of other people off. I mean, you can't just create a fucking pool. It's basically what it was. It was a goddamn fucking pool of dumbbells. Dumbbells using dumbbells. How ironic does it get? Be considerate is all I'm saying. You're gonna go there, just at least be fucking considerate. Number 7, prices. Prices at the gym. Prices not just high, but maybe sometimes too low. Now, when I belonged to Push Fitness, the price was about $34, $35 a month. Not too bad. No monthly commitment, which I'm a big fan of, in case your job moves or something and it's inconvenient. Usually work is the thing that I have to work the gym around, unless it's my day off, which makes it a lot easier, obviously. But, you need to be able to bail out of a contract. Being locked in. I'm very happy in this day and age since the stock market went to fuck. That's one of the few things that came of it. The ability to opt out of contracts like cell phones, cable, and what have you. That's one of the good things. So I'm happy about that. But, thanks to all this freedom, it's also made people just join anything. So, I moved, changed my job, and so I ended up at New York Sports Club. And I ended up paying like $250, 60 something dollars for the initiation fee. And after that, I had to pay just $20 a month. Not too bad. So, of course, a lot of people started joining. And then I learned shortly after that they got rid of the initiation fee. And now you just start paying $20. The fuck? This is not fair to everybody who just joined a couple of months ago. Not only that, but the fuck are they thinking? New York Sports Club used to be like one step down from Gold's Gym. Some people might even consider them neck and neck. But anyway, everyone's joining now. It's outrageous. Just went there, like they close at 11 on weekdays and Saturday. Go in there at 10 o'clock at night, and the place is jumping. This is during the week. It was like a Wednesday. How the fuck, when they had the initiation fee, I used to go in there. Occasionally, it'd be a little crowd. Sometimes it'd be pretty chill and relaxed in there. Only a couple of people. And that's the type of scenery I'm a big fan of. Just not being crowded. Because who would like a crowded gym? No one would. And so now everybody is just there. And it's like, it's not fair to all the other people who paid that fucking price. I mean, what the fuck are they thinking? This is the thing people have to understand. It's good that it's a low price, but it's a bad thing because then everyone else is going to say, what a deal, and just fucking join. I think that's nonsense. And then at number 6, I've got, this is the other thing that's coming up with all these new gym policies. It's called health clubs. What the fuck is a health club? Sounds like going to the goddamn doctor. The health club? What's this? I'll tell you what a health club is. It's what was formerly known as a gym. It's not even a fitness club anymore. It's a health club. Well, I think they still do say fitness club, but anyway, when GFC became Push Fitness, I don't know if this is even outside of New York, but let me know in the comments if this exists outside. But the owner decided to, mistreat all the trainers and stuff. And this was actually like good trainers that they had at this gym. Wasn't like the bullshit trainers they had at Bally's that are all small and stuff. Now, is it just me? Or do I have a problem with the trainer not being like, really muscular and huge? I believe that if you're going to have a trainer, he should have the body that you're aspiring to have. He shouldn't be looking exactly like you, or just, somewhat fit. No. The motherfucker should, I'm not saying he has to roid up and all that and, look like Arnold or some shit. No, but, he at least should maybe be in competitions and stuff, which the gym at Push Fitness at GFC, they had people who were competitive, and that was fucking awesome, including one of the women, which was amazing. And it made me feel good to go to that gym, meaning that there were people there that took their fitness serious. Now, I'm not a big fan. I've, never done the personal trainer thing because I'm going to get to that in a minute, why I don't believe in that. But anyway, made me feel good that there were people there that were somewhat known in the fitness world. Now at New York Sports Club, you see a bunch of jabronis there, basically a bunch of jobbers, that are just plain builds, really, and just they don't look like they should be training or like they even take their own fitness seriously. But whatever. That's the way how it's going. But the thing is, I don't like this. Like, the thing is, what GSC did is they were all about spas and stuff, and none of the trainers like this. Obviously, everyone's used to the gym, and just basically what it is about working out. Now they're all about spas, tanning, and things. And well, that might be good. That's not what a gym is, and what it does is it's called alienation. You're alienating the people that were loyal to you, that gave you money. Now, this is something that occurs in many different avenues of, other types of businesses. But, you can't alienate the customers and your employees. If they're used to something, you can't just radically change it. And another thing, there was many complaints. Now, I don't want to be like self-deprecating here, but thing is, I will never probably be able to lift 120-pound dumbbells, but the owner won't go beyond that. There's somebody who is capable of lifting that, and they refused to, upon request to get heavier weights. They didn't want to, because they didn't want to make it a lifting gym. And I think that that's just outrageous. They didn't want to be known for a gym of, muscle heads and bodybuilders and stuff. And, that brings me to number 5, Planet Fitness BS. Now, Planet Fitness is famous, one of the most popular gyms, not one of the best by far. Going to tell you about my Planet Fitness experience. I first went there last year with my friend Jonathan. He appeared in my Shadows of the Empire Let's Play. I didn't show him, but he was doing the narration. But anyway, this gym let you do $10, and I think for an additional $5, you could bring somebody. But then they let you bring anybody anytime you want, so it doesn't really make a lot of sense to have that extra $5 fee. Anyway, this gym is like a mockery. They have this thing called the lunk alarm, which I tried to set off. What it is if you grunt or scream loudly upon lifting, it's supposed to go off like a siren. And I think they advertise this in the commercials. And you've seen the commercials. they like make fun of people that, are like bodybuilders and power lifters. And the thing is, once again, alienating people, making them feel bad about themselves. Oh, it's bad to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone. It's bad to be, competitive. The thing is, it's like it's inspiring. Like me myself, I look up to these people. These are like pioneers of hard work. A lot of people say, well, I'll get to that in a minute. I don't want to spoil the list, but you know, uh, they face ridicule for whatever reason. People who do hard work, people who don't want to put in the same level of work or are unable to for some reason, they always put it down. I mean, that's just how it is. People are just jealous by design, and that's just a real shame. I understand what this gym is going for. Not everybody wants to look like Arnold or somebody like that. So, they don't want everybody to feel bad. So, they say like this is just a place for like light working out or just maintaining, a certain fitness level that's not too extreme. If that's what you want, then I guess you go elsewhere. I guess I could appreciate that, but they do make people feel bad, and they have a ridiculous number of treadmills at this place, and most people are not even using them. Now I went at night, but the treadmills it's just too many of them. And one thing about this place is they put a limit. The heaviest that the dumbbells go is 60, and things like chest presses. A lot of people have go beyond 60. That's a lot of people. It's not just some, but and they don't have any fucking barbells. No straight bars, no curling bars, no easy curl bars, whatever you want to call them. Now I've heard that people have gotten so desperate that they will actually take the pull down bar, this bar that you've seen, and they will actually put fucking free weights onto them and curl that way. Now, the weights obviously have a large chance of falling off, but it's just like just get a barbell. It'd be a lot better than people hurting themselves, but they don't want to do that because it's against their policy. Okay, so anyway, and number 4, weightlifting belt snobs. Now, some people don't even know what a weightlifting belt is, which I'm kind of surprised by sometimes. Some people don't even know what it is. And this is one. I'm sure you've seen it at Modell's. I'll take it apart for you here. This is a weightlifting belt. Okay? Alright. So anyway, you've probably seen them. And, for me, I can't take any chances. Gotta wear that. I'll tell you why. First of all, I've had surgery. I've mentioned this in my videos before. I've had scoliosis surgery, and certain things I'm unable to do, like free squats with an Olympic bar. Can't do it. Already tried. Kinked my back. Would never do it again. Now that is when I wasn't wearing that belt. I forgot it. I didn't put it in my knapsack. Now the thing is, this belt is important. It braces your back. It rests on your back. It gives you support. Now, the thing is, I see a lot of people not wearing this, and they really should, and I'll tell you why. Now, I've had people complaining that, sometimes when they lift heavy, they end up hurting their back. Oh, I wonder why they're hurting their back. I wonder why. They don't have any support. Now, obviously, there's still a lot of people that don't know the right way to pick something off the floor, even though many jobs even tell you how to do this. Still, wear a belt. If you haven't been, then obviously you're not going to listen to me. But, if you're a beginner, wear the fucking belt. It costs like $20 at Modell's. Everybody has that. Now, I think it's just insane that you have some people that have all these goddamn 45 plates on and they're doing a deadlift. and they're not wearing a belt. I think that's just insane. Now, it's a matter of opinion. There's so many things online about the belt. Now, I even used to wear gloves, but I got rid of those. Over time, your hands get used to the calluses and all that, so you don't have to wear gloves. I think that's a little bit silly. Now, I do wear a wristband because sometimes my wrist hurts because I tend to curl pretty goddamn heavy. So sometimes, not only do I need the belt, but I need to have that wrist support. And it does work, believe it or not. So the thing is, there's a lot of people that make you feel bad about wearing the belt. Some people call it a bitch belt and all that. And thing is, when you get injured, who's the bitch? Exactly. So there you fucking go. Don't feel bad about wearing a belt. Don't feel bad about people making fun of you. Because the thing is, when you're injured and you're in the gym and you're looking good and you're doing your thing, who's going to look like the bitch then? See what I'm talking about? Don't listen to people. That's what I'm saying. Listen, unless you're really doing something wrong, then listen, but you get the point. Number 3, this whole thing about steroids and all that. Now, that's bad. I'm not saying it's good and everything, but the minute anybody starts looking good on YouTube or real life, everybody always says, steroids, you're on steroids. These are the people that are not in shape and don't work out and all that stuff, or they look better than you, and so, they don't want to compliment you on your hard work. They rather just demean you and degrade you and just, make fun of you pretty much. And they always blame steroids on your success. And these people are pathetic and sad and stuff. And, sadly, I see this on, a YouTuber that I like, Mike Chang, who does the six-pack shortcuts. I want to give a shout out to that guy, even though he doesn't need one because he's insanely popular on here. But the thing is, when I'm on there all the time and he gives some solid advice, I think he should be wearing a belt too, but that's besides the point. Anyway, thing is, they all say that, he's on steroids and all that, and, maybe that may be true or not, but the guy works hard. See, that's the thing with people understand. Now, yes, it may be cheating, yes, but let me explain what steroids does. It gives you the ability to lift heavier. So, that's kind of like why everybody takes these pre-workouts, and that's why everybody tries to, gain a bit of weight and all that and stuff, and so they're able to lift heavier and stuff like that. This is why everybody tries to do everything they can, because that's the ultimate goal. Anybody going for any type of, powerlifting or bodybuilding goals obviously wants to lift heavier, right? So, thing is, some people get frustrated, they end up taking steroids. But the thing is, even when someone is on steroids, they're still working hard. Arnold Schwarzenegger, obviously, the guy was probably on steroids. But the thing is, I think he's still great because he still worked really hard to get to the level he was at. This is what people don't realize. It still requires a lot of hard work. It's not like he took steroids and sat on the goddamn couch like people are making out to be. Oh, he took steroids. Yeah. So this is pretty much how it is. Steroids, boop, and, no, it doesn't work that way. It's not like you just take a shot of steroids and you're just, you look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. No. It was Arnold still dieting and doing all the shit that he did to look great and still working out and still doing all those lifts. Still him straining his body, exhausted probably at the end of every day and everything like that, So there you go. Still takes hard work, and all these people, steroids. You look like a bunch of goddamn goofs. Lay off all this shit. People this and that. If you want to say like, oh, okay, I appreciate the, I'm not saying you have to write this all out on YouTube, but let's just stop in general. There's been enough fucking comments with accusing people of steroids and all this. We all know Hulk Hogan and all that, and wrestlers and stuff been on steroids, but don't make them out to be like lazy. No, they're not lazy. They still worked hard. They just did something that is sometimes frowned upon, mostly because steroids is dangerous, and you really shouldn't do them. But don't make like these people are just uh horrible, and they just got like that just simply by taking a drug, because that's not the truth. And even though you're making them look bad, you're looking bad by sounding so retarded. Number two, protein powder. There's like some myth about protein powder again, that it's almost like steroids, and I don't know if everybody's aware of this, but like I see on all the YouTube videos, oh, is he taking protein powder? Oh, is he taking? It's protein powder doesn't do that much. What it does is add to your overall daily intake of protein. Okay, that's it. It's not like it's some like fucking drug. It's not like steroids where it's pumping all this blood into your muscles. No, it's not that. It's not even a pre-workout. It's just that. Now, there's a lot of scams out there that get me pissed off, like Muscle Milk, which, Muscle Milk is only 16 grams of protein, when even cheaper brands like Pure Protein are less money and give you more protein for your dollar there. So, doesn't make a lot of sense. And they claim to have all these other little amino acids and everything, but most protein powders have that. It's really not going to do that much. And I kind of think that just eating like tuna and stuff that naturally has those amino acids is better anyway. So, but anyway, the thing is like, oh, protein powder, oh, and that's the other thing. Oh, see, natural. They always associate like protein powder being unnatural and stuff. And I don't know, maybe when there wasn't like all this testing, there might have been some illegal substances, like with C4 pre-workout. When that shit was first released, there was some illegal substances in there that were banned in the athletic world, for like competitions and stuff like that, and like the UFC and things like that. So there you go. So, but protein powder being like something that's like, oh, it's like some secret potion. No, it's just protein powder. It's powder that's protein. Okay. All right. And number one, things that piss me off, and this is the topper right here. Know-it-alls. Know-it-alls. And this is the reason why I said I've never used a personal trainer. Never did that shit, because the thing about being a know-it-all is you can never know it all. And it's quite obvious if you come here on YouTube and read the comments on any fitness video. There's everybody thinks they know it all, even if they don't work out. So they think they know it all. Just like people who take steroids are lazy, and they just got like that just by merely taking steroids. These are the people that know it all. Smart people, right? Yeah, they know everything under the sun. Thing is, different things work for different people. Okay? People grow muscle faster in other areas. For me, it's my arms. My legs, they're not where I want them to be. So the thing is, different people grow at different rates. People have better genes. People have different hormone levels. Everybody's blood is different. There's different factors in all this, and you would see that the verdict is not finalized on pretty much anything. Don't you notice that every single study they do, they always come back a couple of months later? There's initial opinion, second opinion, third, fourth, fifth opinion. Something that you heard in 2008 is different in 2009 and 2011. The thing they originally said in 2008 ends up proving the thing that disproved 2008 wrong in 2009. You see what I'm saying? It's just all over the place. There's no way of like finalizing, saying, oh yeah, this is the final answer here. This is the be all end all of, you know, what's right and wrong. And the thing is why they can't. It's because everybody's body's different. That's why they can't come up with a final answer. It's because everybody is different and everybody's got to do their own thing. People say don't do this exercise, bad for your joints. People say, you know, do this, it's good for that, but doesn't work for the other person. That's because everybody's different. Everybody's got to do their own fucking thing. So the thing is, lay off people. Stop trying to hound them, trying to get them into your routine and everything because you think it's right and you're the know-it-all. There's nothing worse than a know-it-all. Nobody likes a know-it-all. You know why? Because they're always wrong. Because they're not know-it-alls. They're know-nothings. Or, you know, they're just know some things and not other things. You know, nobody knows it all. Not even Albert Einstein knew it all. You know, it's a thing. Not everybody knows everything, and this is why don't listen to people, research things, experiment. Yes, this is why everybody gets so, you know, bent out of shape about everything when people try different things, you know, looked at different avenues of thought because it's scary to people and they don't like it when others do it because it's like, you know, they run the risk of finding something out that they don't. You know, there's a lot of. You'd be just kind of surprised at what people think, what they do. It's just kind of outrageous, really. So that's just the thing. You don't listen to anybody. Don't, you know, listen to all these things of advice. A lot of advice is bad advice. It's not good advice. You know, sometimes they might give you good advice, but don't. You want my video, Pops.